Hi everyone, this video is recorded for my opportunity work abroad, which is teaching, and I have to answer some few questions. The first one, please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies? I am Clent Estrada, 23 years of age. I graduated with a Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in General Education as a cum laude, and I am a public school teacher for almost 3 years already. And my weakness are those people who are very judgmental with my work without knowing who I am, my background, and history. But I use them as my strength to improve and develop more myself. One of my strengths also are those people who are very appreciative, who praises my work. I am an outgoing person. I love to teach kids. I like also reading books, magazines, journals, and articles that could give me some new information that I could use for my profession and in teaching. I also love to travel because in traveling I could gain some new experiences that I could share to my colleagues and my learners as well. And I love attending seminars. It could be national or international seminar. Second question, are you involved in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise? Yes, currently I am a school paper advisor of journalism, Filipino and English, and I am also training and coaching students who are joining science contest. Third, why did you decide to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying? Actually, I graduated with a major general education, so I could teach all the basic subjects in elementary, but I prefer to teach science because through science, we could get some new information that we could apply in our daily lives. So students are very interested and very enjoyed in learning science because they can relate it to their real life. Fourth, are you currently employed as a teacher? Yes, I am a public school teacher for almost 3 years already. Fifth, how many hours per day do you teach and how many days per week? Here in our country, we are teaching for 8 hours a day from Mondays to Saturdays, but Saturdays depends on the suspensions of classes. We have classes during Saturday if there are some typhoons or interruptions of classes, like suspension of classes. So we have a makeup class or remedial class during Saturdays, but the regular class are from Monday to Friday. 6. Describe your teaching experience. What subjects have you taught and at what grade level? There's a big difference teaching in a province and city or urban or rural places. So because there are some adjustments that we need to take or consider, like in city, we are lack of classrooms, while in province we have so many classrooms to use. And before I teach mathematics grade 2, English in grade 3, science in grade 4, and now I'm teaching English and science in grade 6. Seventh question, describe other work experiences you have had besides teaching. I was once a call center agent. I was once an online English instructor for Chinese students. I was once an English tutor of Japanese students, and I was a freelance or part-time talent or model of private agencies as well. Those jobs gave me some experiences that I could use in my profession, which is teaching. Number 8, have you ever worked in the United States? If so, when, where, and why? No, but I'm looking forward soon through the help of FACES. 9. What do you hope to be doing professionally 5 years from now? 5 years from now, I can consider myself as an expert profession. And 5 years from now, I am still working in your school because I'm looking forward to work with you, achieving the goals, objectives, missions, and visions, and aiming the success in teaching. Number 10, if I were to talk to several of your colleagues, how would they describe your personality? I am friendly, honest, open-minded, and also sociable. I am open-minded because I am listening to what they are going to share with me, and I keep that. I am friendly where I talk to people which I don't know, but in a pleasant way. And also I am honest whenever they ask me something. I honestly answer that. 11. What would your students say about you? Fun, friendly, and effective teacher. 12. How do you prepare to teach your lesson? I am preparing my lesson plan by making some activities that fits the level of my students. 13. What would your lesson plans include? It includes objectives, subject matter, the content, and the activities to be applied in the lesson. The objective contains three domains, which are the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domain. And of course, the activities fits to the objective that needs to be achieved at the end of the lesson, and those activities fits to the levels or competency of my students. And I make sure that they are interested and motivated with my lesson. 14. Describe how you would teach reading to a class of 15 students with mixed abilities. The first thing that I would do, I will know their background, history on reading, what are their capacities and levels as an individual. With that, I could make some interventions, and with that also, I could use or apply some methods or strategies that are very effective in reading. So I can have the phonetics or phonics method and language experience method. And with that, I could also ask the students if what are their interests in reading. And the parent also has a very big impact on the learner's capacity in reading. So there is a need of follow-up at home. And of course, discipline is very much important in teaching them. 15. Describe how you would teach mathematics to a class of 15 students with mixed learning disabilities. I make sure that my strategies are unique, that fits their level of competency in learning mathematics. I can make it a hands-on, manipulative teaching. I use visuals and pictures, and also find opportunities to differentiate learning. 16. Think about a class that you have taught recently. Talk about 2 of the teaching strategies or method that you used. As a facilitator of learning, I use cooperative learning. They have a group activity. With that, they can share everything that they want to do with the activity, and they have an application with the lesson that they have learned. Second is technology in the classroom. I make sure that they have an interest in the lesson, so I use PowerPoint or projector or computer in teaching them, because they could see the actual video or picture of those images in science. 17. What methods do you use to grade or evaluate your students' progress? First is observation. Second, I use logs, journals, or class record. Third, I make sure that they have a portfolio. Fourth, one-on-one interview. Fifth, behavior checklist. And we have the assessment or test. With that, I could monitor the progress of their performance inside the classroom. 18. If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you see it. Specifically, discuss your experience using a smartboard and ways that you incorporate it in your lessons. Hearing from my students that we don't want teacher Clent be absent. Our class is the only fun and interesting. He's the only one uses computer and projector in our class, because I'm one of the few teachers who uses projector in the class. So it's very overwhelming to hear that, and I am very happy that they learned something. I use pictures and videos with which is related to the lesson that I am using, most especially like the human system or body systems. I make sure to present some pictures, because it's very hard to just imagine what are the parts of the body. 19. If you have students who are noisy or non-attentive, share with us 2 ways you get them to be quiet and concentrate. At the first day of the class, I make sure to implement rules and regulations. and I make sure to let them remember the hand signal that I always have, which is 1, 2, 3, zip. They need to zip their mouth after the count of 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to catch their attention. I'm going to ask them if they want to share something because they're talking, and I make sure to not offend or escalate a problem. I'll just patiently and comfortably ask them. 20. Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher, and how did you solve this problem? I have experienced a student who are fond of making absences, and the first thing that I did is I asked the student if why and what is the problem. Then the second one, I call the attention of the parent. The third one, I visit the student at home for me to know what are the reasons why their children or why their child keeps on making absences. With that, I've learned or I've gathered some information that his parents are separated and he's living with his grandmother. So me as a teacher, since I'm flexible, I gave him some activities at home whenever he don't want to report to the class. So with that, he could still continue with the lessons and not be behind by the lessons that we have in the regular class. And now he's now actually going to the class every day, and I'm happy with that. 21. Give one example to show that you are a flexible person and that you can make changes to your teaching and methods if that is necessary. Teacher is very professional, and we need to be flexible whatever and whenever we are. So before, I had a 48 years old student in grade 6, that was last school year, and extending time for her, giving an extra time for her just to have a review, tutor her, and give a remediation is not easy, because I have 52 students in a class, and I make sure that she won't be bullied by my other students. So I gave her some special activities that fits to her ability to learn. And with that, she's now in grade 7 and she's very happy, and I'm also overwhelmed that she learned something from me as a class advisor, because I gave her some opinions and advices. And with that, I consider myself as a professional teacher, because I was able to teach her with the rest of 52 students. 22. Is there anything you would like to add about your qualifications that we may not be aware of? I am fond of attending seminar like national and international seminar that is very useful in my profession. I attended trainings and workshops. I was also a master's of ceremony, speakers for seminars and programs. I trained some students joining contest, division, regional, and national contest. 23. Have you spoken to your family about going to the United States to teach? Yes. Is there anything such as a family member that might object to your leaving home? None. Are you aware that your family members may not join you here until approximately 4 to 6 weeks after your arrival? Yes, I am aware, and I am very happy that they are very supportive with me. 24. Do you understand and accept that FACES is a 3-year program, and after 3 years you must return to your home country? Yes, I am aware with that. Do you agree to this? Yes, I agree to that, and I'm very willing to take a risk and sacrifice everything just to work in the US, and of course with your school, in achieving the goals, objectives, missions, and visions, and achieving success in the profession of teaching. So thank you very much.